Hello everyone and welcome to the next sports science video. Apologies if the camera quality is not great. For some reason my laptop's not working, so I'm having to do it on my phone. Today we're going to be talking about managing sleep at competitions. So I'm just going to give a few tips for you. First things first is try and always have home comforts with you. I know for some people it's quite common to get homesick when you're staying away for a competition. I know when I first went for my competition, I got pretty homesick because it was just a completely different situation to be in. Obviously, if you do feel homesick, you're also going to get anxious, and when you're feeling anxious, you just won't be able to get to sleep, or your sleep will be negatively impacted. So obviously, you want to get rid of that anxiety and the feelings of homesickness. So a tip I have is try bringing something from home to help comfort you. So this might be something like a soft toy, a blanket, or if you're a bit worried that if you're sharing a room with someone and you don't want them to see that maybe you've got a soft toy or a blanket, something like a hoodie or a jumper is a really good thing to bring from home, and it's something which you can hug at night without people kind of picking up on the fact that you're holding something. So as I said, if you need that home comfort but don't want to bring something precious or don't want to get or worried about getting laughed at, then bring, as I said, something like a jumper or a hoodie to hug at night. Another tip is to take snacks with you. Again, I learnt this the hard way. I went away to stay in a hotel for a competition, and we had a nice big tea down at the hotel, went up to the rooms, and then suddenly it was like there was no food for the rest of the night, and I then stayed awake and I couldn't get to sleep because I was too hungry. And I don't know if any of you have experienced that before, but when you want to get to sleep and you're really hungry, it's basically impossible because your tummy's just rumbling and it's really uncomfortable. So as I said, obviously when you're staying away at a hotel, you can't guarantee there'll be food to eat. Sometimes you're lucky and you get some snacks in your room, but that doesn't always happen. So just be sensible, be prepared, and pre-pack some food and drink to snack on. So for example, take some water bottles with you, things like cereal drinks. So you can get Weetabix drinks in the shop. They're ones that you don't need to refrigerate, so again, always think that there might not be a fridge in the room. So as I said, the cereal drinks are often good because you can just put them in the cupboard. Snack bars, so like Nature Valley, Belvita, Go Ahead bars, homemade snack bars of course, rice cakes and fruit. These are all kind of good examples of things you can pack into your bag, pack into your suitcase, and just, if you need to, have a snack on the night, in the night. And it's just a good thing to have them there as backup so that you don't have to then get worried that partway through the night you're either going to wake up hungry or not be able to get to sleep because you are hungry. Third thing is relax. So as always, you need to be able to unwind to get to sleep. Obviously if you're on edge, then your mind's going to be racing, your heart's going to be racing, and you just won't get a good night's sleep. So, as I said, do something to help you relax so that you are ready to fall asleep. As I said in my last video, a really good activity is reading. It helps you switch off, helps you focus on something else, and again, the movement of reading with your eyes, it helps make you feel tired, so it obviously promotes sleep. If you're sharing a room with someone, then just have a chat with them. I mean, you probably will be speaking anyway, but when you're both kind of getting tucked up in bed, just, for half an hour or however long, just both, as I said, chat to each other, have a laugh. It just helps you, again, take your mind off from the competition that will happen the following day, which you're likely to be a bit stressed about. And again, just helps you unwind and get ready for sleep. If you are, as I said before, homesick, then take a phone with you and have a phone call with either your friends or family from back home. This can be a really nice thing to comfort you and just kind of, again, help relax you because you're talking to someone who's familiar and who you know will make you feel happy. So that's a really good thing to do before bed is, as I said, speak to someone who you're close to, and it will just help you feel at ease, which obviously then you'll be more ready to sleep. Final point is, so similar to what I mentioned last week, is sleep hygiene. So this can be quite a challenge when you're staying away from home because you don't have full control of the setting you're in. So obviously when you're in a hotel, you can't just choose that it's going to be quiet. You can't choose who's staying in the room above you, below you, next to you. You don't have any say in that. So what you've got to do is just control the situation as best as you can and overcome anything that might make sleep hard. So first thing is obviously darkness. You need the room to be dark to sleep because the light, as I said last week, will cause all these hormones to be released and will want to keep you awake. So you need that darkness to help the melatonin be produced and help you get ready for sleep. So obviously, if you're in a room by yourself, it's quite easy to turn your lights off. If you're in a room with someone else, obviously you're going to have to check and make sure they're happy for the lights to be off. But if you can, get them all off, get the room in darkness. Avoid blue light. So again, this is with your phones, TV screens, laptops. As I said, obviously this can be hard if you're sharing a room with someone because they might want to watch TV, they might want to go on their phone, but just try and agree a certain time to turn everything off and help you both, as I say, avoid the blue light before bed. And then also you can use an eye mask. So as I said, they're not too expensive, you can just buy one. As long as it covers your eyes and blocks out any light coming in from the side, then that should help you sleep. Noise, so this is obviously a really hard one to control when you're not at home. So things like earplugs, obviously they block out the noise. Things also like white noise sound apps, so on your phone you can play white noise, you can play things like rain, things like the ocean. Again, if you're sharing a room, you might not be able to play your noise app, but obviously if they're happy for it, then that's a good way to block out external noises. Also something, if you have headphones, then you might be able to play music on a low volume, so obviously that can help you sleep because you can put some either relaxing music on or music that you find just helps you de-stress basically and won't keep you awake. So if you don't want thrashing music that will keep you awake, but something nice and calm, you can put that in as well, just to block out external noise and hopefully fall asleep to the music. Temperature, so again, hard to control, but if you're, so if it's, let's say for example winter, then obviously you'll probably want to keep the windows shut and turn the air conditioning, if there is air conditioning, turn it off. If it's summertime or hotter, then obviously you might want to open the windows, and if there is air conditioning in the room, then you want to set it to around 19 degrees Celsius, because that's kind of the optimal temperature for sleep. So again, just try your best to control the temperature. Again, often in hotel rooms they have the duvet, and then they'll also have kind of a blanket on top and then a sheet, and there's loads of layers. So again, have them on while you're getting ready for bed, but then when it's actually time to sleep, just try and take some of the layers off so that you won't wake up hot in the night, because obviously that's going to affect your sleep. And finally, avoid caffeine and alcohol. So often in hotel rooms they'll have the kind of the kettle and then all these teas and coffees and hot chocolates and all these kind of things you might not have at home, but do try and avoid having them, unless of course, as I said on the video last week, if you're someone who can deal with caffeine well and it doesn't keep you awake, then don't change your habits. But if you find it does keep you awake, then as I said, keep it all your caffeine to before midday, and don't be tempted to have anything at the hotel, any fancy teas or coffees or any of the ones in the room, because it will just keep you awake. And obviously with alcohol, that's, as I said, for the older athletes. I mean, you shouldn't be drinking alcohol anyway before a competition, but just, as I said, before sleep, definitely don't have it, because it will just keep you awake. So I hope that's covered a few points and given you a few tips for how to get a better night's sleep at a competition. Any comments or questions, please feel free to add them to the video. I hope, as I said, the quality was okay, because I last minute changed onto my phone from my laptop. And then please also remember to watch Ellen's video next Monday. And next Wednesday I will be uploading a pre-recorded video, because it's actually my birthday next Wednesday, so I won't be here for a live one. But it'll be going up at 6 as usual, so please make sure that you give it a watch. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Bye.